St. Lucia. Hello, St. Lucia. Hello, St. Lucia. Hello, St. Lucia. You see, I tried avoiding certain things because certain things just get under my skin. Don't you St. Lucians realize or understand that the people you all elect into those offices are supposed to educate you? They're supposed to keep you smart. They're supposed to keep you informed, keep you sharpened by the information that they dispense to you and not mislead you and make you look like a whole bunch of jackasses. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? It just dawned on me by looking at the opening of the House of Assembly, and I'm seeing that the mace still exists. The mace still exists. What does the mace in Parliament represent? Ask your Labour Party representatives. Ask Richard Frederick, the absolute idiot, the person who is king in misleading you about Shasta and the color of his skin. Ask those people, what does the mace, or who does the mace represent? So all the time, those people talk about Shastny and the color of his skin, and he should not be elected because he represents colonialism, he represents racism, he represents all of those things. Do you realize that that business was being conducted in the presence of the mace? Damn, man, this is crazy. Sorry about that, my video was interrupted. I'm just saying, you need to be educated. Can you still hear me? I don't know. Maybe this call distracted my thing. Miss Akti, can you hear me? I don't know. If you can, let me know that you can. If you cannot, let me restart the video. Because I don't understand how you can be misled by those people and continue to support them, and not just supporting them, you know. Continue to repeat the stupid things that they say. You keep repeating the stupid things that those people say. About the white man, about Shastny represents the white man. Don't vote Shastny, don't elect Shastny. Shastny is not fit because of the color of his skin. But yet still, you still have the mace. You conduct all your business in the presence of the mace under the authority of the King of England. Maybe I need to reset this thing. I don't know. Let me see if this person can hear me. Can you hear me? Just let me know if you can. Can you just let me know if you can hear me? Because I just got a call and it may have disrupted the voice and the thing, the sound. So if you can hear me, can you just let me know you can? If you cannot, just say you cannot hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Miss Beverly Evelyn, can you hear me? Okay, I guess I'm not being heard. Beverly, can you hear me? You can write. Miss Blick, can you hear me? I don't know. Okay, maybe I should just continue or stop. Oh, loud and clear. Okay, thank you very much. What I was talking about, I want to make just a short video, just to say how people allow politicians to mislead them. And when people mislead you, the way the members of the St. Lucia Labour Party do, you need to cut them off, and you need to just cut people like that off completely. You need to stop letting those people think they could use you and say whatever they want to say to you, and you would believe. Because those people for years have been after Shasta and the color of his skin, and they still conduct business under the authority of the King of England. They still conduct business, parliamentary business, in the presence of the mace that represents the King of England, under the authority of the King of England. So are those people really mad at Shasta, the color of Shasta's skin? Is that the problem? Or they just want to be in power to continue to benefit themselves? You need to ask yourselves those questions, people of St. Lucia. Stop letting people use you and abuse you. They talk about Shasta being white, and he should not be the prime minister. He should not lead the country. But the country is still led by the king, controlled by the king, under the authority of the king, the governor general. So do those people really care? Are they really concerned about those things? Are they really concerned about those things? Do they really care about you? Or they care about themselves? Do they want to keep you ignorant? Or you appreciate being kept as ignorant fools in St. Lucia? Let those people know that it's time they stop. Because you will not tolerate the nonsense anymore. So the problem, I'm telling you right now, open your eyes and see. The problem was never about Shasta and the color of Shasta's skin. The problem has always been about those people wanting to be in power. Richard Frederick wanted to mislead you people. If Richard Frederick is so concerned about colonialism and about racism, why hasn't he moved a motion to take the mess out of Parliament? Why hasn't he moved a motion to ban the Governor General's office? Why haven't they done those things? But yet still they make you think that the white man is so bad, but yet still they still embrace, they still facilitate the authority of the white man, even in Parliament. They conduct business. They conduct your business. The business that Shasta, according to them, being white, cannot conduct. They conduct that same business under the authority of the King of England. And you like that. And you love that. And you support that because you facilitate them. That's why I keep saying you people get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. Because you let people tell you such lies. You let people mislead you so much. You embrace them. You repeat the nonsense that they say. And then you think that you're doing your country well. That you're doing things that benefit your country. When in all, it just makes you a moron. Excuse me, I don't mean to say, I am not trying to disrespect you, but that's really what it is. That's really what it is. Because how can you let people mislead you that way? How can you let people mislead you that way? How can you let Richard Frederick stand and tell you, make you hate a man, bring people from America who depend on the white man's dollar so much to vote out Shasta in St. Lucia because he's white and because he represents colonial masters. When the mace, hello, for those of you who do not know, the mace is the thing the sergeant carries in Parliament. And without the mace, there is no parliamentary proceedings. That is what the mace is. And that thing the sergeant is carrying, dressed in his ceremonial wear, represents the King of England, the head of all destructive things that have happened to us as a people. But yet still, the same business Richard Frederick talks about Shasta cannot conduct on your behalf. Richard Frederick sits in Parliament and conduct business in the presence, under the authority of the King of England. So what do they really want? What are they really saying to you? Do those people respect you? That's what I'm saying, you know. Do those people respect you? Can you continue that way? Can you continue be disrespected by people that you elect to do all things in your favor, all things to benefit you? But yet still, you want to side party. You want to side, you love your party, you love your representatives. If your representatives, including Sean Edward, no matter how brilliant you think he is, if he encourages, indulges, and continue to stand by the people who mislead you, he's just like them. He's guilty by association. And that is what you do not want. You want people to educate you. You want your leaders to educate you. You want your leaders to stand to represent you. I'm saying it again. The mess is worse than Shasta. If you do not want Shasta to govern your country, you should not want the mess. If Shasta is evil, the mess is the devil. The mess represents the devil. But yet still, you have the mess. You have the mess in the middle of Parliament. The mess in the middle of the room. The mess where all of you sit down and debate your nonsense, disrespecting Shasta or St. Lucian by birth. And then you talk about loving your country, loving your people, and you refuse to educate your people. You keep them in ignorance. You prey on the ignorance. You drag them down in the muddy waters. And you want them to vote you. You want them to love you. You want them to embrace you. You make them think that you're doing all things for their favor. A person who does not educate you, a person who preys on your ignorance is a predator. He does not like you. He does not love you. He does not even care about you. So I'm saying to you, St. Lucians, check it out for yourselves. I told you, I'm not going anywhere, you know. I just don't want to be involved in the halikasi, the calling of names, the surrogates fighting each other, people campaigning for people and doing those things. I don't be involved in that. But whenever I see a need, I will come and I will run my mouth. Like now. I don't understand. I don't understand you people. I don't understand those of you who left America, left England, left wherever you're left, where the white man is dominant, and went to St. Lucia to vote the white man out. I don't understand how y'all can make such a decision in St. Lucia when y'all still have the mess. Y'all still have the mess. Y'all still have the office of the Governor General. Who is the Governor General? Not Judge Mallet. Judge Mallet represents the King of England. Judge Mallet represented the King of England. And which other guy is now? What is his name? The present Governor General. Who is there now? He represents the King of England. He represents the head, the devil itself. The devil itself. And then you talk about Shasta being white. Shasta being born in St. Lucia. Shasta undergoing the same struggles that St. Lucians went through. And then you say, he's white. He represents the colonial masters. You should not elect him. He should not sit in Parliament. He should not be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Shasta people of St. Lucia can be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia as long as this dumb miss sits in Parliament. And as long as the office of the Governor General remains, Shasta can be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. So let nobody put you or set you up on a guilt trip. Let them know that they need to cut off the hypocrisy. Let them know that your eyes and your ears are open. Let them know that you could understand better. Let them know that they can no longer fool you for power. Because that's what they're doing. They're fighting for power. And they don't care about you. All of them. All of them fight for power. All of them want to be in offices where they could feel great men. I never understand how people who are elected by a people can rise and think that they are better and greater than the people who elect them into those offices. And can you just imagine, you elect those people in offices for a short term and they think that they are so much greater than you. Can you imagine if they had a 30-term period? They would want to kill you, they would want to slap you, they would want to disrespect you. 5 years you give them, and they already think that they're your bosses. 5 years you give them, and they already think that they could manipulate you. Did you hear Ernest Hiller when he was recently elected? Oh, I'm in government now. The things they did to me, I could choose to do it back to them. I'm like, listen to a jackass. Sorry, but that's what it is. That's what it is. That is what the man is. The man is now saying he could return the favor by destroying people, by attacking people, by violating people. Now that he's in government, now that the people have elected him into an office to represent them, to do all things in their favor. When you get into those jobs of leadership, that's what you get those jobs for. You get those jobs to represent the people. And I'm not saying only labor people are involved in it. Labor people are involved in it too. They all do the same damn thing. But when a man looks at you and sits in parliament and argue in parliament. And argue in parliament in the presence of the mess. And you're attacking a white man who sits in parliament and say he is not qualified for certain things, then you know your representative, whoever it is who is selling you that garbage, is not worthy of leading you. And if you let those people continue to lead you, then whatever you get, you deserve. Excuse me. If you let them continue to lead you, you deserve what you get. You deserve it. Let me see what you wrote. Well, they better get a rude awakening. And it's not just because of the party. It's just because of how they got into power. The lies that they spewed, the things they said about Chastney, the things they told the people of St. Lucia about racism, about colonialism, about Chastney being part of it. And all of those things. People of St. Lucia, wake up. Wake up. Why are you still sleeping? Why are you still sleeping? Those people have lied to you to gain something that they're not worthy of. Listen to the Prime Minister read something, He was reading some document. And he said, until the document will be valid, until the people for which it was established. And I'm sure what is written on that document is the purpose for which it was established. It cannot be the person or the people. It has to be the purpose. So a Prime Minister reads something, a document, and listen, making a mistake with such key component of whatever he was reading. That is a key component of it. It's not the person. It is the purpose. And nobody stood up. Nobody corrected him. Nobody made any kind of clarification to the people of St. Lucia. Because as they have told you, the people of St. Lucia are not entitled to know. They have no right to know what the government is doing, but they just have to accept whatever the government tells them. And you tell me, you call this a democracy. You call this a democracy. When a person can simply tell you who you should vote for, and if you choose not to follow them, they want to call you all sorts of names. You can call me whatever hack you want to call me. If you think that I'm a hack, that is your right. I'm not going to fight against your right. That is your right. But I'm simply saying to you, how can you listen, right as they sit in parliament, you see the sergeant carries the mace in, and then parliament convenes. And if there is no mace, then there is no parliament. There is no mace, there is no sitting of parliament. It still happens today. About 3 years after you kicked Alan Chastney out of government and kicked everybody who stood with him out because you say he's a white man and he cannot leave St. Lucia. The business of St. Lucia is conducted in parliament before the mace that represents the devil, the demon, the heart, the Satan of colonialism. And then you want the people of St. Lucia to continue to languish in that kind of ignorance because you love them so much and you care for the people. But when you had an opportunity to tell them what you wanted to preserve, you chose to say you're preserving your victory. Let us protect the victory. Let's protect the victory. So how can you tell me, how can you continue to support a person, a government, a party that tells you its interest is to protect its victory? I will tell you something that you should know. By now you should know. By now you have a right to know that the government of St. Lucia is whatever party that sits in government at the time. That's what the government of St. Lucia is. So the government of St. Lucia is not Labour, it's not Flambeau, it's not anything. But it is the government of St. Lucia. It comprises of those parties that you've chosen to represent you. As simple as that. So when those people get into power and they do whatever they did, the debts remain, the responsibilities remain, the liabilities remain. They're all the same. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is the thing they want to make you think that they're changing, just to make you think that they're being loyal to you. So they do the things that would not affect them, but they do nothing that would benefit you. So in essence, as they said it the right way, they're protecting the victory. And that is what you want. That is what you fight for. That is what you vote for. So don't I have a right to say, if that's what you voted, then you get what you deserve? If you listen to a man talk about another man and call him a racist and call him all these names and you voted him out on that merit, you vote him out on that merit that he is white, that he represents colonial masters. You voted him out for that because you don't like the white man. So for all those years we've been talking about how we don't like, how we hate, how the white man enslaved us, how the white man brought us to the Caribbean and treated us bad. We talk about all the atrocities of slavery. You still have the office of the Governor General. You still do business under the dictates of the King of England. You still have the mess in the middle of the Parliament. And then you talk about you hate the white man so much. You hate Shasta so much. Why are those people teaching you hate? St. Lucia, why are the members of the St. Lucia Labour Party teach you so much hate when their heads are stuck up the white man's dark spot? Why are they teaching you all that kind of hate when they keep on kissing butt? The same people who tell you about racism and the white man, they keep kissing up, sucking up to the white man. I'm just saying, and you know it is the truth. You don't have to agree with me. I don't want you to agree with me. I don't need you to agree with me unless you're convicted and you share what I'm saying, unless what I'm saying makes sense to you personally. Because you know those people are hypocrites. You know those people are all about power, and the power is not to benefit you. It is never about you. Never about you, the people of St. Lucia. And you should know it by now that those people are not about you. The St. Lucia Labour Party does not care about the people of St. Lucia. The St. Lucia Labour Party has no respect for the people of St. Lucia. And it's about time you'll learn that. It's about time you'll wake up. It's about time you'll wake up. It's about time you'll let politicians, whether they are Flubber or Labour, know that they will do the things that will benefit you. Just imagine, there should be continuity in government because all the bills and all the debts remain. There is no continuity. There was last election proved that there was no continuity because a lot of the work that was, a lot of the projects that was going on, they just stopped them. Couldn't you have created a means like committees as you always do to benefit your boys and to create a means to investigate, to ratify in a short period and reopen the projects? Those projects are still closed and you people know they're still closed. Why are those projects that benefit the people of St. Lucia, that give them a job, they're still closed? There is no continuity because you're talking about your party is superior, because your people are superior. How can you be superior when you choose to lie to the people, when you choose to mislead the people? You choose to mislead the people of St. Lucia to win an election. So you all need to take that back. You all need to take that back. You all need to stop listening to the St. Lucia Labour Party. Imagine, there is a bill now, something now that the Prime Minister of St. Lucia read, and he said it was created for a person, and that bill should become void, will become void when it no longer benefits the person. And you people say, this is good, this is our Prime Minister. Did you listen to the first thing that he read? Oh my goodness, that was such a disgrace. I did not understand a word. I stammer and I stutter. And I think I read better than that with my eyes closed. When I just woke up in the morning, when I'm tired, I would do a better job than that. And that's our Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of St. Lucia that you love so much that you will defend with your lives. And you tell me you're doing a good job. You're doing yourself justice by continuing to follow the leadership of Philip J. Pierre. Or maybe it's the leadership of Richard Frederick. Maybe that's what it is. I don't understand you people, you know. I don't understand the people. Don't you want your leaders to educate you? Let me give you an example. And I'm giving an example of what is written in the Bible because that's what you're going to relate to. I'll give an example of what is written in the Bible. Of a leader in the Bible. They call him Moses. And the story says, when God said to Moses, those people are a waste of time. Those people have disgraced me. And according to the narrative, and God said to Moses, just stand aside and let me destroy them. Moses stood between God and the people. And Moses said to God, if you will destroy those people, you better forget about our relationship because I want nothing to do with you. I'm just saying, people, do you have leaders? Do you have leaders who are committed to giving up their lives, to giving up their struggle, their lives for you, not just getting a job, not just wanting the offices because those offices promote money, that they have contacts, people they call their friends, that they have good, wealthy persons all over the world on speed dial? That's not why they should really want the job. They should want the job because they could be of service to you, the people of St. Lucia. And if they're not doing that, if that's not the purpose why they have the job, then they are not worthy of the job, and it is your responsibility to kick them out. Will you kick them out? Will you vote them out? Will you let them know that you do not care for their leadership anymore? Can you even do that? Can you even think of that? Are you mature enough to do that? Can you just do that, people of St. Lucia? I'm not appealing to you to do anything that you don't want to do, but I'm just saying, are you saying that in St. Lucia, those things that our ancestors that we held dear back in the days don't matter anymore? Are you saying that it's are you saying that people should not be responsible? People should not respect each other anymore? Are you saying that parliamentarians are not responsible to the people for their actions? Are you sure that people can just walk into government and because they sit in parliament, say anything they want to say and they are not held responsible for their actions, or held responsible for what they just said? We let those people get away with too many things. We let them get away with lying to us, make us feel that we are a bunch of idiots. We make them think we are idiots. Because when a man stands before the mace, a man at the helm of the country, a man who is appointed in a leadership role in the country, stands before the mace and talks about racism and that a white man should not be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia when the business of the country is conducted under the mace. This man has no respect for you. I don't care what you think about Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick has no respect for you. And those of you who know, you know that Richard Frederick only cares about Richard Frederick. Richard Frederick only cares about Richard Frederick. But you, the people of St. Lucia, you sit back and you listen to the nonsense that Richard Frederick tells you all the time. Let me tell you something, yeah? At one time in St. Lucia, when you had news, everybody believed that what was said in the news was the truth. When people read books, everybody believed that what is written in the book is gospel truth because it is written in a book. It is in black and white. I want to share something with you today. If you are in the range of 30 and up, and your only authority for speaking, your only authority in an argument is what somebody else said, you are a waste of time, and your whole life has been a waste. Because don't tell me you have no experience to share. Don't tell me you have no personal experience to use as authority. You cannot use your life as authority. You cannot use your life experiences as authority. Then your life has been a waste. because you should be able to say, I know because I have lived it. I know who Richard Frederick is because I know who Richard Frederick is. I know Philip J. Pierre, who Philip J. Pierre is because I know who Philip J. Pierre is. I don't need Timothy to come and tell me. I don't need Claudius Francis to come and tell me. I don't need anybody to come and tell me because I live in the time and I have heard Philip J. Pierre and Richard Frederick for myself and based on my authority. Don't tell me what anybody else told you about those characters. You should make a decision on your authority. Stop making decisions on what other people tell you. It makes you a jackass. Make decisions based on what you experience, based on what you know. And if you're living in the time, your life is enough to testify as your authority. Nobody should make you feel inferior because you use your life as your authority. And that's why when I write, I cite it as hygienism. And people wonder, what is hygienism? Hygienism is my understanding, my experiences, and whatever you say about it does not matter. It is my authority. And if there is hygienism, then there could be Nissarism. There could be anybody's ism. Because everybody who has lived the experience has a right to use their life as experience. Let no one treat you as a fool. Because they say, oh, you know, Socrates said, and they quote some, Hensingberg said, and they quote some book or from wherever, and they tell you this is your authority. Listen, don't let those things intimidate you. Your life work, your life experiences should make more sense to you. Your life experiences should be of greater authority to you for you to speak under than anything written in any book. And I'm saying this to you as a person who has written 2 books. And I'm saying to you that you have a right to use your life experiences as your only authority to speak. You have that right. And you should not apologize or feel sorry for having that right, because you have lived the life and you have earned the experience. It is yours. People of St. Lucia. People of St. Lucia. Oh my goodness. People of St. Lucia. Don't you love yourselves? You boast of 2 Nobel laureates, and maybe you might have more, but come on. You boast so much, and you let people disrespect your intelligence that way. You let people stand in Parliament speaking before the Miss that represents England, that represents the Queen or the Monarch of England, and they tell you that you cannot have, it is an insult and an act of disrespect to have a white man as your prime minister. But the business of St. Lucia is conducted under the authority of the King of England, represented by the Miss and the Governor General. When the Governor General comes and says, my government, he's the King of England who is saying, my government, my Philip J. Pierre servant dog will do whatever I want him to do. That's what it represents. That's what the word of the Governor General represents. The word of the Governor General represents the word of the King of England. The white man. The heart of the whole problem that you say Shasta should not be prime minister before. St. Lucians, when they come with that again, when they try to come with that again, remember, I warned you. For this, let me just see if I have the time to say hello. Mr. Remy, well, they have no integrity. They know that. You don't have to tell them. They already know that. They already know that. I'm just calling up to see who I can acknowledge. Mr. Miss Acti, Miss Beverly. Anyway, people, I am thankful that you chose to spend a moment in your busy afternoon with me. And there could be more moments like this. And as I'm saying, I don't want to speak to try to change anybody. I don't want to speak to influence your decisions. I only want to speak to make you aware, to educate you, to help you to see things for yourself, to be able to understand things for yourself, to be able to make sense of things, and to be able to be proud of your experiences, to be able to speak under the authority of your experiences, to be able to make decisions under the authority of your experiences, not by what people tell you you should do. Because you have a right to do what will benefit you. That is your democratic right. And when a person wants to tell you who you should vote for, that is a violation of that right. So if you love the life, if you love the words, you should spread it. Honestly, you should spread it. You should spread it not because I ask you to spread it. You should spread it because you want to spread it. You should like it because you like it. Not because, oh, you want to make me feel good. Please don't make me feel good. I feel good already. You can't get my head any bigger. My head is already big. You can't broaden my ego. It's already big. But if you want your fellow men to be educated, if you want your fellow men to benefit from what you've just heard, you have an obligation to share this life. You have an obligation to like it. You have an obligation to let other people hear about it. That is your obligation if you agree, if you like it, and if you think somebody else should hear it. Anyway, for those of you who have listened, I am very much thankful that you spend that time, and I have taken enough of your time in this busy afternoon. We shall meet again, we shall talk again, and hopefully soon we could have a forum when you could call me and say whatever you want to say. I will not do like other people who will shut you down when you say things they don't like. I will let you speak, and let you speak your mind, and let you say whatever you want to say at a time, only if you respect the rights of other people. Anyway, have a good afternoon, and thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay blessed, and stay focused. Today is one of your best days. I am Hyginus, and these were my words.